Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl, Dammy Tanny. Today we'll be making churros with or without piping set. So let's get started. I have a cup of milk in my pot on fire and I've just added some butter now. You can see the measurement in the description box below, and I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Still under low heat, I'm going to stir the butter until it is completely melted in the milk and it's boiling. Now I'm going to add my plain flour to the mixture and I'll be turning it lightly. You know the way you turn your semo or your eba? Yes, that's how you're going to turn it until everything sticks together. Still under low heat, you don't need to increase the heat. Now that is done, I'm going to transfer it into a bowl and allow it to cool for a bit. After cooling, I'm going to break an egg into it and then mix the whole thing together. At this point, you'll notice that the mixture will begin to tear apart. It will begin to form chunks or what have you. Don't worry, just keep turning and turning and turning. If you have a mixer at home, you can use that for this process, but I don't have a mixer, so I'm using a spatula to mix it so you can actually see how it works. You just need to put in some pressure. So after doing the mixing, I'm going to repeat the process again. I'm just going to break another egg into the mixture and then I'm going to turn it again and repeat the stirring process, and then you'll notice that the dough will break into little chunks again, and then as I keep stirring, the dough will come back together again. So just keep mixing it together. Don't worry, it's not stressful at all. So now that we have a full dough, a bolus, now it is looking yummy already, but you cannot eat the dough like this. I'm just going to transfer the dough into a piping bag. I've selected the shape that I want and all of that, so I'm just going to cut the churros into the hot oil. Ensure that your oil is hot, so that when you cut the churro inside, it is sizzling and it begins to fry immediately. You don't want your churro to be soaked in too much oil, so it is deep frying, but you need your oil to be at the right temperature. So how do you know if your oil is at the right temperature? The oil will sizzle when you drop the churro inside it. So that's how you know that the oil is at the right temperature. So you can decide whatever length that you want for your churros. I have chosen this length. You can decide to make it shorter, longer, whatever shape that you want. You can decide to work around it. So now I'm just going to stir everything together. And how do you know that your churro is ready? When it is golden brown. Some people like crispy churros, but I prefer it to be crispy on the outside and really soft on the inside. So here you go, my churro is ready to be eaten, and I'm just going to take it out and transfer it to a plate that has paper towels on it. So I'm just going to repeat the process again, just in case you didn't get the previous batch that I fried. Just in case you didn't get to understand it well, I'm just going to repeat it again. I'm cutting the churros now into the oil with my scissors, and I'm just going to keep stirring to ensure that nothing gets burnt. And when it is that color that I want, the golden brown color, I'm going to sieve it out and transfer it to my paper towels plate, and that's it for that. If you're still watching my video up till this point and you're yet to click the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it, please, why now? Why? So now we're going to be doing the non-piping bag method, which is just to recycle a Ziploc bag that you have at home, transfer your dough into it, and then begin to press it out. After cutting the tip, begin to press it out into your oil, just like I did in the piping set method, and then use your scissors to cut it into little chunks or whatever size that you want. I've decided to do the mini churros for this particular method, so here you go for the mini churros. And then you just ensure that your oil is still hot, the temperature is the proper temperature, just to ensure that your churros sizzles when you cut them in, and then you stir it up to ensure that it doesn't get burnt. And look at that beauty. Look at how beautiful our churros look. They are so yummy and ready to be eaten, and I cannot wait to devour this, like devour it, like yummy. So now I have a spoonful of sugar. I'm going to mix it with some amount of cinnamon. Whatever amount you want is okay. And then I'll just toss my churros inside and then mix it together, toss it around to ensure that the sugar and the cinnamon sugar is properly coated on the churro. So you can do this for all your churros if you want. You can decide to omit it. I just wanted to have like a different flavor. I didn't dip all my churros in this cinnamon mix. I just did a few, so I had varieties. So you can do it as you like, and just look at it. Your churros are ready to be eaten. Churros are best eaten when they are hot, so ensure that your appetite is big and ready when you're making this churro, because you need to enjoy it like almost immediately. So you guys, the truth is that I almost finished eating all of these churros while I was preparing it. So you are just going to manage this little one. Yeah. Okay, so actually you can have your churros with a warm cup of tea, coffee, hot chocolate, and you can also dip it in chocolate, melted chocolate, both dark and white. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please like, comment and subscribe below.